Hi, kids. Okay, on this day in film history for August 25th, 1979, is the release of Zombie, or Zombie with an I, no E, 2. Um, Directed by Lucio Fulci. Fulci lives. Um, this is a unofficial sequel to George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead was re-edited by Dario Argento with musical score provided by Goblin, so Suspiria pair up there, and released internationally, Italy. So this is the unofficial sequel to that version of Dawn of the Dead. We got real voodoo zombies in this one. I don't know about real, but voodoo zombies. Um, yeah, so that came out in '79. And then speaking of international versions, 1989, 10 years later, is The Adventures of Milo and Otis. Something completely different. Adventures of Milo and Otis was a Japanese production film, of course, about Milo the tabby and Otis the pug and their adventures. It was re-edited, and Dudley Moore provided a narration for the US, the English language version of the film, Milo and Otis. Let's talk about a birthday. 1930 is the birth of Sean Connery. He died Halloween 2020. He was 90 years old. He is known for not being afraid to hit a woman. He's James Bond, of course, the first James Bond. To many people, the only James Bond. I don't have to introduce Sean Connery. He is Scottish, even when he is Irish in The Untouchables or a Soviet submarine captain in The Hunt for Red October. Sean Connery, he's got range. He's a movie star, though. And then let's talk about 1958 is the birth of Tim Burton. Birthday today. He's 65 years old. Did you know next September Beetlejuice 2 is coming out? Did you know that? That's happening. Who knows? Tim Burton, of course, the inspiration, providing the look for every goth kid everywhere currently, and those grown-up goths too. Um, Early on in his career, team up with Michael Keaton, Beetlejuice, Batman, and then he ditches Keaton for Johnny Depp. Now he's back to Keaton, I guess. Keaton was in Dumbo. Now it's Beetlejuice. They're back together. Okay, then let's talk about a death, because that's fun. 1967 is the death of Paul Muni. He died, he was 71 years old. He was born in 1895. Paul Muni immigrated to the US when he was 7 years old. He was born in what is now the Ukraine. Oh, well, hopefully is now forever the Ukraine. He is known for, among other things, similar talent to Lon Chaney. Lon Chaney, his own makeup kit, his own makeup, transformed himself into hideous beasts. Paul Muni's main thing that he did, his own makeup, quite talented, but he was transforming himself usually to an older version of himself. Debut film, The Valiant. He won an Oscar for. He's also Scarface, the Howard Hawks 32 version of Scarface. Won Oscar, I think, again for the story of Louis Pasteur. I believe he played Louis Pasteur. Left Hollywood around 1946 for the stage, and then I think 1955 he had a tumor in his eye, had his eye removed, and then he retired shortly after that, but lived till 1967. Okay, that is it for On This Day in Film History. Paul Muni, probably the greatest actor of his generation. What do you think? Yeah, like, subscribe, see you tomorrow.